Okay, here we go. I'm going to share a little story with you. I'm headed to a job. We're kind of mowing late in the day because it's so hot in Alabama, and it's probably close to 90 now, I guess, right now. But used to be real athletic. Played on a couple of softball teams here in Russellville. This was after I was married. I was probably about 35 years old. Played on our church team, and then I played on a commercial team. And I played sports coming up, in high school and stuff. I enjoyed participating in that. But 2 teams is a little much. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But I got to watch the traffic while I'm driving here and paying attention. There's a lot of traffic in Russellville in the afternoons. A lot of traffic. But played on 2 teams, and when I was 35 years old, I'd get every once in a while, I'd get a little strained, get a little bit sore and everything. And I always like to use Ben Gay. It's a good product. I don't know whether it's doing any good or not. It's got the mentholatum stuff in them, and it seems like it's helping. You get a little tingle out of it and stuff like that. But they also made a product that's, I guess it's still around. I don't know. May be, may not be. But it was called Icy Hot, and it come in a little jar that you loosened up, and it was a solid. And I would use it too, so I'd keep it in the vehicle with me a lot of times. I'd put a little bit of it on. It seemed like it helped me. And boy, I used to drive a '79 GMC truck. Compressor quit on me, so I went many years without air conditioning. And I'd get out in that truck in the afternoons, and that doggone thing would be so hot you couldn't hardly stand to get inside of it. I didn't use the windshield block or anything like that, but it was hot in that cab when I got in it. But it cooled down. I had that natural air conditioner. I'd roll the window down. It would help some. But one afternoon I went out there and got off from work, went out there and got in that truck, and I was hurting a little bit. I forget if I strained my arm. I guess it was my arm, probably my throwing arm. I opened up that little old tent, that little old jar, took the top off of it. And normally, again, it's solid, but it had been in that truck all day long, and that stuff had melted to a liquid form. It was just pure, clear liquid. And folks, I'm gonna tell you, somehow, I don't know how I did it, somehow I jostled that jar, and I messed around and spilt that doggone stuff right in my lap. And I thought, well, doggone it, I didn't mean to do that. Of course, what I immediately thought was I lost a lot of the product. But I thought, well, doggone it, I had on my blue jeans or something, my work clothes. I wasn't worried about my clothes, but I thought, surely to goodness I can get home and get these off and get them washed and taken care of. So I just, I put it in drive and go and start to the house, thinking I could make it home. Folks, I got up in about the middle of town, and I reckon that stuff had finally worked its way through and got through to me, and it was burning me. It was setting me on fire. And I thought, well, golly, surely I can wait till I get home and do something with this. But fortunately, I wasn't too far from where I worked at. I had keys to the place. I could get in. I turned around, went back there, and I got them pants off and got me some relief. It was eating me alive. I mean, just tearing me up. So I jerked them pants off, and that particular day, if I remember correctly, and it's been 40 years ago that happened to me. I'm a little smarter now. I don't look any smarter, but I'm a little smarter than I was back then. Didn't make silly mistakes like that. But that particular day, without anybody seeing me, I went out there and got in my truck, and I drove it home. I didn't have no pants on. Now, if they'd have stopped me, I guess they'd probably lock me up. I guess, I don't know. But I didn't wear pants. I couldn't put them back on. But that's kind of silly stuff that I get into. Do y'all do stuff like that? Every once in a while, I'll make a mistake, and it'll be no big deal. That day right there was rough. It was rough as God. So I don't recommend that you spill Icy Hot on your body where you don't want it, because it's going to burn you up. I thought you might enjoy that. If you do, I got all kinds of stories to tell. I'm going to tell you more. For the algorithm to work, you got to like, share, comment, do something. Let me know you there. Please subscribe. God bless you. Hope you have a great day. We're fixing to do a couple yards here while it maybe cools down a little bit, but it's been a great day so far. I'm thankful for every day. Every day is a gift and a blessing from God. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye.